You know how much guys you like to get you some unique games that you would not often really find on Steam. And one of these games really caught our eye lately. Just because it's some unique genre kind of. Well, why we are saying kind of? You're gonna understand in this review. But if I would put it in few words and would try to compare it to some other games, it would be like a survival Sims game against aliens. I bet it already sounds interesting for you. So, if you want to know more about the game called Stranded Alien Dawn and our short review on this one, I would like to ask you, if you're not subscribed to our channel, please do that because it will really help us a lot. New Year and the Christmas is coming, so it means one thing is for sure. You are getting giveaway. So guys, stay tuned. Later, maybe this or next week, we're gonna release our giveaway. But let's back to our today's guest, to Stranded Alien Dawn. If you would ask me what to do in the Stranded Alien Dawn, well, you've got your work of set for you. A survival set, immediately after the crash landing an alien planet, players are tasked with the keeping of their ship's remaining passengers alive at all costs. So, immediately after the crash landing, the players will need to crack one of the precise basic concerns, checking up of the Ramscake beds, working with what individual of making sure the surveyors to fit the pitch in. Stranded seems have been giving the perfect amount of agencies that you can set away after prioritizing and doing what they're best at. Perhaps guarding for attackers, or parching up everyone's escapes, or set them manual tasks that you need doing. From the start, it's clear that there are oceans of deep and micromanagement of players to explore. Yet Hammermont points that the game's more integrated mechanics can be set to work automatically. As the surveyors get to grips with their new home, some of the mechanics start to come into play. Following a time skip, the surveyors have to the roof with their hats, with kind of like emergency of rations of food or whatever. Well, a few days to settle you've done with the surveyors, also giving the planet's alien life time to find their settlements. And their next fun is the neighbors. At first, a simple case of resident tough guy squishing a few angry bugs, until our next skip takes us further into the future, and it's gone to the starship toppers. Herders of these Grover's animals, or you would say aliens, are now throwing themselves at our surveyors, and we would likely, with few upgrades, would get lost to them. Hordes of these crawled aliens are now throwing themselves and really killing a lot. Overall, the game is in early access, so in order to get community feedback, you would get more than enough time to understand the game, and all of the fresh content will always be coming out. Games of this style can always be kind of feedy. Let's say in this type, Stranded Alien is not different. You have to manage your health, happiness, hunger, rest, relaxation of your people. If happiness falls too low, they may break into meltdown and akin the tantrums of Dwarf Fortress. A surveyor simply might burst into tears, or they might instead decide to kick themselves into the furniture to the pieces. It's not too difficult to keep everyone happy, to be honest, once you have a better understanding of what you're doing in the game, at least on the default or the medium difficulty. Part of the balance is without a doubt due to the lack of some of the surveillance mechanics. Water, for example, is not something you have to worry about, nor do you have to concern yourself with the constants of the going to the bathroom or bathing. You sure encounter the occasional, well, something of the stupidity from AI, but come on, once again, early access game and a game from a small indie, you could expect it. Well, it's not a full release yet. We really hope that it will be all fixed. I can't count the number of them, but there was few. There is something that needs to be changed, especially with how it's carefully managing your resources is so important to survival. Otherwise, Stranded Alien Dawn turns into mess, micromanaging in your survivals. The maximum of 4 characters, our standing party, presents some of unique challenge to you that you typically don't see in a lot of games from this style. Simply you go often with too much and few people have to do it. Prioritizing your work is essential if you want to survive in this type of survival kind of game. Water, for example, is not something you need always, same as with bathing I was mentioning from earlier. Well, to summarize, Stranded Alien Dawn is quite an interesting game that you would be overall, I think, enjoying most of the time. It is interesting, unique overall experience. There is not much games like this, and well, at the same time, it's not expensive. And I think soon we will have Black Friday discount, so you might pick it up on that at least for sure. So guys, on this note, I think it's good to end this review. And like I said, watch for our channel, Maybe soon you will see the giveaway video on it. And drop in the comments what are the games you want to see us to cover on our channel. We'll be really happy with that. See you in the next one. Ciao.